I forgive myself first and foremost. I forgive my enemies. I forgive God. I am forgiven. I am healed. Set free and delivered. I am not Adam Richard Kincaid. He doesn't exist. He's dead. Dead and crucified with Christ. I embrace and accept my new identity in Christ Jesus. My identity is based in Christ and Christ alone. Not what my parents named me, not what society has labeled me a sex offender, not what the doctor has diagnosed me and called me a schizophrenic. I reject name. I reject the label, and I reject the diagnosis. Return to sender. And as I am ousting the demons from this home, and I only embrace love and only invite love to dwell and remain. That is the fact. That is the way it is. This little thing with the haunting, as far as I'm concerned, is a dead or gone issue as far as I'm concerned. Only love remains in this home. Love. Only love remains in this home. That is a fact. And irregardless if my parents accept or reject what I have to say is irrelevant. Irrelevant. These videos will go out on YouTube whether I have their support or not. These videos will be put out there to the cyber world. And as I am learning and developing new character traits and new awakenings and new whatever, I will take what I have learned and I will pass the message on to others. Bottom line, I will pass the message on to others. That's the way it goes. I'm going to be going to a Bible study here at about 7 o'clock. Back to the old Restoration Ministries. I'm going to let them know all that has transpired since my last visit. I will confess to the pastor about my bitterness. I will confess to the pastor how I was offended at something he told me about God not blessing my mess. I will let him know how I took that. Anyways, it should be interesting as I go talk to some other people about all that has transpired. I am still going to try to connect with other human beings who will support me in my cause, who will support me in my decisions. Those that are not for me or are going to support my decisions and my ideals are not really my friends, not really my supporters. I will gain new alliances with new people, and as far as the critics are concerned, they could suck a fart out of my ass. Speaking typically about what I'm trying to get at. That's the way it goes, you know. Either people will really support me and be on my side through this phase that I'm under right now, or they can sit there and continue to shut me out If my family wishes to shut me out, that is fine. Because it just shows me, once again, that they were never really for me to begin with. Besides, those attachments I had to my family were unhealthy anyway. You know, clear boundaries have to be established, and clear boundaries must always abound. Now, it's apparent to me that anything I tell my mom is upsetting to her. It just triggers her. So I come to a point in my life where I made up my mind to not tell my mom about any more of my problems, to not tell my mom any more about what I'm thinking about doing, and to not tell my mom anything. It's just, I can tell her whatever, and she takes offense to it. It triggers her. And since apparently it is that bad off, I might as well not even speak to her. And as far as my brother is concerned, well, you know, he needs to understand what a real husband is and what being a father is all about. Because he didn't learn it too well growing up in our family, in our dysfunctional home. And that's just the way that goes. Besides, cut this umbilical cord thing. You're my brother anyway. I don't need to hang out with him all the time. I don't need his companionship. I don't need his advice. My reliance in the end will come upon God and God alone, to quit depending on man to fix anything. Man is incompetent. All these institutions have failed me, by the way. They have failed me through and through. That is not a myth. That is the truth of the matter. Mental institutions have failed me. Vocational rehab failed me. Education system failed me. And even sometimes the church, in their ignorance, have failed me. But before we go condemning the church as a whole, let's just find whom your real supporters really are and who is not. I will know them by their fruits. I will know them by their fruits, if they are really for me or against me. But those other two people I met the other day were certainly not for me or their pathetic church. I took their little thing and ripped it up and threw it in the alley. To promote to a person a recovery home, but you're not welcome there because of your past criminal offense. I reject their stupid home anyway. Who needs it? I don't need it. They're going to keep using that label as an excuse. Well, they're not really my friend to begin with. Okay? And when they reject me, they reject God as far as I'm concerned. That is the bottom line. So, as I am ranting, and I will continue to rant, and I will continue to whatever, it's still going to go out on the YouTube, okay? That's it. People will see these videos. People will hear my message of experience, strength, and hope. Experience, strength, and hope. Experience, strength, and hope. Anyway, I just wanted to go on to say these things and get it off my chest. Further segments will follow, and I will keep you updated.